Okay, let's get into this. I think we all know that feeling, that slightly disheartening moment. You're standing at the bottom of a simple flight of stairs, and your knees are already, protesting.
Right.
That short climb feels like Mount Everest. We've all been there, or at least we've seen it in our family.
It's a completely universal feeling, and what's so fascinating is that the science, it validates that struggle, but it also offers this incredibly powerful solution. We just assume it's age-related weakness.
Just getting older, right?
Exactly. But a huge 2023 study found something much more specific.
Okay, what did they find?
They found that for 73% of adults over 60, the struggle with stairs isn't because they're fundamentally weak.
It's not.
No, it's because they've lost key coordinated movement patterns. Patterns that most traditional rehab programs just completely overlook.
Lost patterns.
Yeah.
Okay, that's where this gets really interesting. So if it's a disconnect, what were the researchers seeing in the seniors who were climbing with ease, even into their 70s?
They all shared 3 very specific essential patterns of movement in their legs and hips.
And these weren't complicated.
Not at all. Very practical, very targeted. And this led to a massive clinical trial with over 1,200 adults. And the results were, frankly, astounding.
What happened?
After just 8 weeks of retraining these 3 patterns, 89% of them were climbing stairs with the ease they remembered from their 40s.
89%.
Yeah.
In 8 weeks. That is a massive finding.
It's huge.
So our mission today is clear. We're going to do a deep dive into these 3 movements and also a crucial warm-up that gets the brain and body ready. And this is about more than just stairs.
Oh, absolutely.
It's about freedom, confidence. It's the difference between, hiking with your grandkids at 75 or holding that railing for dear life at 65.
Exactly. It's about restoration. So we're going to look at why stairs get so hard in the first place, that whole puzzle, and then show you exactly how to retrain those connections.
Perfect.
Yes.
Let's start there with what you call the quiet betrayal. What is actually happening in our bodies after 50 that makes climbing feel so difficult?
Well, the quiet betrayal, it starts because of a natural adaptation. After 50, your fast-twitch muscle fibers.
Those are the ones for quick, powerful movements, right?
Exactly. For climbing, for catching yourself when you stumble, they start to shrink. The body's like a very efficient accountant. If you stop asking those fibers to work, it just assumes you don't need them.
And I hear that all the time. People say, but I walk every day. I'm active. But walking just isn't the same thing, is it?
Not at all. Walking is, it's a linear movement. Stairs demand 2 very different things. First, concentric control.
The power to lift yourself up.
Right. And second, eccentric control, which is the precise braking power you need to lower yourself down without jarring your joints.
Mm-hmm.
If you only walk, you are neglecting both.
So the muscles fade, and then you add in the neurological part. And that's when you get this perfect storm.
Precisely. The third piece of the puzzle is the loss of proprioception.
Proprioception. Break that down for us.
It's your body's subconscious sense of where it is in space. It's like your internal GPS. You don't have to look at your foot to know where it is.
Yeah.
But as that sense fades, you end up with stiff joints, weaker muscles, and a nervous system that's just not sure where your body is in relation to the step.
And what does that look like in real life?
That's why you see people start to look down at their feet for every single step.
Ah.
They've lost that automatic trust in their body's spatial awareness. So you get this combination of fading power, no braking control, and neurological uncertainty. And that's where the fear creeps in.
So the reframe here is key. The solution isn't just general strength training. It's about reconnecting the entire system.
That is the whole philosophy. We are not treating muscles. We are retraining movement.
Yeah.
The body isn't broken. It's just disconnected.
And it can relearn.
It can absolutely relearn. We just need to address the 3 systems for climbing: the power to rise, the control to lower, and critically, the lateral strength for balance. We have to rebuild that rhythm.
It's a powerful roadmap. So before we get to those 3 core exercises, let's talk about the warm-up. You said it's less about stretching and more about communication.
Absolutely. Before we ask the body to do any work, we have to gently wake it up. We have to reactivate that muscle-brain connection. It's about setting the stage.
Okay, let's walk through the 4 phases of this warm-up. Where do we start?
We start with the most foundational rhythm, marching in place.
Simple.
Very simple. Lift the knees gently, not high, just enough to shift your weight side to side. Let your arms swing, shoulders relaxed. Do this for about 60 seconds.
And the focus is on smooth motion, not speed.
Exactly. You're waking up the hips, loosening the ankles, letting the spine recenter. You're signaling to the nervous system, okay, we're ready to move.
I love that idea. Turning a simple movement into a dialogue. What's next?
Next up, side steps. 10 smooth steps to the right, then 10 back to the left.
And this is starting to work on stability.
Yes. This is the very beginning of reawakening those vital lateral stabilizers. The muscles that stop you from wobbling when all your weight is on one foot, which is, what climbing is.
And this is gentle enough for anyone.
Exactly. Now we introduce a low step, maybe 4 to 6 inches high. We start with heel touches.
Okay.
Gently place your heel on the step, then switch feet. 10 touches on each side. This activates the front of the legs and conditions the knees without any real pressure.
And then we bring it down to the feet, the base of it all.
That's right, toe taps. Alternate touching the step with your toe, again, 10 on each side. And crucially, if you feel unsteady at all, hold onto a railing or a countertop.
Of course.
The whole sequence takes maybe 5 to 7 minutes. And now your body is primed, connected, and ready to learn.
That is such a solid foundation.
Yeah.
Okay, the system's awake. Now we need power. Let's talk exercise 1, rebuilding the engine.
Exercise 1 targets the 2 powerhouse muscle groups, the quads and the glutes, the primary lifters. We do this with a slow sit to stand.
And you just need a chair for this.
Just a stable chair. Sit near the edge, feet shoulder width apart, tuck slightly back. Then you push up to stand. Don't lock your knees at the top. But here's the critical part.
The lowering.
The lowering. You must take 3 to 5 seconds to slowly, with complete control, lower yourself back down.
Most people think strength is all about the up part. Why is slowing down on the descent so much more important?
Because that controlled lowering, that eccentric contraction, is what builds muscle endurance and that braking power we talked about.
Ah.
You use it every time you walk downstairs. If you don't train it, your joints take all the shock. This rebuilds your body's shock absorbers. So rise with intention, lower with control. That's the cue.
And what are the common mistakes people make? The ones that let them cheat the movement?
The biggest one is throwing the body forward, using momentum and their lower back to get up.
Bypassing the leg muscles entirely.
Completely. The second mistake is letting the knees collapse inward as they go up or down.
Why is that alignment so important?
If the knees collapse in, you're using small, weak muscles around the joint. We want the big, powerful glutes to do the work. By pressing through your heels and keeping your knees tracking over your toes, you automatically engage the glutes and protect your knees.
That single cue is so powerful, it just shifts the work to where it belongs.
Exactly. And this exercise, it rebuilds confidence just as much as it rebuilds strength. You start to trust your body again, start with 10 reps, maybe once or twice a day, and build up from there.
Okay, so we've got the power. Now we have to tackle the wobble, the instability. Where does exercise 2 take us?
For exercise 2, we shift focus completely to lateral stability. We're targeting the outer hips, specifically a muscle called the gluteus medius.
The body's built-in stabilizer.
That's it. If this muscle is weak, climbing feels shaky, you can't trust your balance on one leg, it's the main culprit in most falls.
So this is what prevents that wobble. How do we do it?
We perform lateral step-ups. Stand beside a low platform, just 4 inches high is fine. Place one foot fully on the step. Now, this is the key. Press through the outside of that foot, the outer heel, to rise up, then step back down slowly.
Why the focus on the outer foot? How is that different from a normal step up?
Because that lateral push forces that side stabilizer to engage. If it's weak, you compensate by leaning your whole upper body.
The hip hitch.
The hip hitch, exactly. And that puts stress on your lower back and your knees. When you press through the outer heel, you're retraining the correct muscle to hold your pelvis stable.
And the implications go way beyond just stairs.
It dramatically reduces fall risk.
Yeah.
A 2021 study found that these lateral step-ups specifically improved balance control in adults over 65. You're building strength exactly where you need it to stay upright against gravity.
That explains so much. The instability on the stairs and the tight lower back often go hand in hand.
It's a chain reaction. Start with 10 on each leg and build up to 20. Just move mindfully. When you feel that outer glute catch you on the step, you know you're doing it right.
Which brings us to our final movement, exercise 3. You said this is the most essential one because it protects the knees on the way down.
It is, because most injuries and joint wear and tear happen during the descent, the impact phase. So this exercise, the eccentric step-down, is all about building that controlled braking power.
Let's break down that term again, eccentric.
Think of it simply as controlled braking. The muscle is getting stronger while it's lengthening, resisting gravity. You're teaching the body how to decelerate.
You're building intelligent brakes for your joints. How do we do it?
You start with both feet on a step, facing forward. Then, very slowly, you step down with one leg. Let your body descend with complete control until that foot gently touches the floor.
How slow is slow?
The descent should take at least 3 seconds. Then you return to the top and repeat on the other side. You're activating everything: quads, glutes, side glutes, all working together to resist gravity.
What if someone finds the full depth too difficult? Maybe they have some existing knee pain.
Always modify. Use a lower step. Or even put a thick book on the floor so your foot lands sooner. The key is the slow, controlled movement, not the height. And always use a railing or a chair for support.
And the research really backs this up.
Absolutely. A 2022 study showed that these eccentric step-downs significantly improved stair performance and reduced knee pain in older adults. It works because it perfectly mimics what you actually do when you walk downstairs.
This is where that trust is rebuilt.
Yeah.
Trust in your knees and your hips.
Exactly. 10 to 20 reps per leg, focusing purely on that slow descent, can create a monumental shift.
That's amazing. I remember you telling me about a woman, Margot.
Yes, Margot. She was 79, terrified of stairs, avoided them completely. Within 2 weeks of just practicing this one movement in the slow step down, she was going up and down her basement stairs every day, smiling, no fear. That's the power of this.
That story just says it all. So we've covered power with the slow sit to stand, stability with the lateral step-ups, and control with the eccentric step-down.
Yeah.
And all of it starts with that communication warm-up. It's a system.
It is a system. And if you, listening right now, are standing at the bottom of the stairs feeling unsure, I want you to remember the main point of this deep dive. Your body is not done with you. Those movement patterns can fade, but they can and will return. The moment you start moving with this kind of intention, your nervous system starts listening again.
So what does this all mean? This deep dive proves we're not chasing youth. We are simply restoring a language the body once spoke fluently.
That's it, exactly. We're giving the body back the instructions it forgot.
There's no expiration date on progress.
None at all. Just a decision to practice smarter and reconnect those pathways. I've seen people in their 80s and 90s reclaim movements they thought were gone forever.
It's hope in motion. And hope, once it gets moving, rarely stands still again.